Execution Double 9 here, about to hit the sticks with Diablo 4. I'm at level 60 now, so I figured it'd be a good opportunity for me to kind of make a second documentation into my build and how it's been going. So mostly this is probably going to take a look at the differences in my gear, since my skills and everything are still about the same. But let's go ahead and take a look at it. So this is the Unyielding Commander's Dragon Spine. This is actually the same scythe that I had last time around. I just was able to put an aspect on it. So I have the Army of the Dead. While it's active, minions get 140% attack speed and take 180% reduced damage. So I've been using that as my legendary aspect on there. I also looted this a little bit ago, the Bloodless Scream. Darkness skills chill enemies for up to 40%, and darkness skills have up to 100% chance to generate 3 additional essence against frozen targets. So I've kind of been going back and forth between the two, but right now I'm sticking with just the legendary. It actually has a huge attack power difference. As you can see here, it's 2738 with the legendary scythe, and if I set it to the unique here, it's going to be 2356. So a huge difference, and I'm not sure that this unique legendary power aspect here is really worth it, even though I do have a lot of darkness skills with Sever and with my Corpse Explosion. So moving on, I still have this here. I have Skeletal Mages increased by 2 with my boots. I think these are the same boots that I had in the last video. Actually no, I changed the boots because I have the 2 max evade charges now. So it's different boots, but I put the same aspect on it because obviously I want to keep my minions strong. Sovereign Tacit of the Protector. Damaging elite enemy grants you a barrier, absorbing up to 1572. That's the same, that hasn't changed yet. I haven't gotten any better pants at the moment. The big reason why I'm keeping these is because of the 2 ranks of Corpse Explosion. It's pretty tough getting rid of those, and I haven't found anything that has a comparable affix on it yet. I'm still using these unique gloves that I showed at the end of my last, or that I received at the end of my last video. Nothing that I do have a couple gloves in storage that I'm waiting to see if I can get the right skills on them through enchanting. But right now, this is what I'm sticking with. Coldbringer's Archon Armor, imprinted with every 10 seconds. Skeletal Mages cast a Blizzard that deals 676 cold damage. Not a huge deal, but it is a nice little extra damage. Still have the same helmet. Consuming a corpse has a 20% chance to spawn a blood orb. I'm definitely noticing an impact with this as I'm watching my health just kind of bounce back and forth and everything as I'm hitting those blood orbs, and I have not gotten this on as another legendary aspect or from a dungeon or anything, so I'm hanging on to this helmet until I can get that legendary aspect replicated. Here's the big one, Bloodgetter's Chain. I just realized that putting a legendary aspect on an amulet gives it a 50% bonus. So I put my skeletal warriors here, so instead of getting 2 extra warriors, I'm getting 3. I'm also getting +2 ranks of the Fueled by Death passive. I still have the Blood-Bathed Ring, where my Blood Surges Nova echoes again after a short delay. I love this since Blood Nova is my main skill, so this has been a great ring. This is staying there until I can, you know, get a better ring with the same power. And then lastly, I have a unique ring, Mother's Embrace. If a core skill hits 5 or more enemies, 20% of the resource cost is refunded. So I've been working with this also to help with that essence generation that I've been doing with my corpses and everything like that. So that's what I am working with my gear. Again, going into my abilities here. So on my bar, once again, I still have Ray Skeleton and I have Golem. I'll go over Book of the Dead in a moment. I have Corpse Explosion ranked up to 7 out of 5. I have Blood Surge ranked up to 5 out of 5. Sever's only 4 out of 5. I still have some skill points that I need to get through Renowned, and so the next skill point I get is going to go to max out Sever. And then I'm using Army of the Dead here, and then I have that fully upgraded. Let's go back here. I can show you the path that I took on Blood Surge. Obviously, I have the heals you 2.5% of your maximum life, and then I took this branch, which is each time an enemy is hit by Blood Surge's Nova, I'm fortified. I should actually, let's see, come down here to Sever. Enhanced Sever damages enemies along its path for 25%, and then Paranormal Sever, every 4th cast of Sever makes enemies vulnerable for 2 seconds. Coming down here for Corpse Explosion, I have the Enhanced Radius, and then I have Blighted Corpse Explosion, so it becomes a darkness skill. I love the dot that it places on the ground. Down here with my Corpse and Macabre skills, I just have 1 rank into Gruesome Mending because I wanted to get to these 2 here. Coleus Blood. While healthy, your blood skills deal 18% increased damage. And with all my healing and stuff, I stay pretty healthy. And then Drain Vitality. Hitting enemies with blood skills has up to 25% chance to fortify you for 8% of base life. So I decided to go with those. I have Necrotic Carapace. When a corpse is formed from my skills, I fortify. So there's a lot of fortification going on there because I have a lot of corpse creating. Army of the Dead here I have maxed out, so 15% chance to leave a corpse behind, and then also raises my skeleton warriors and mages. And then my key passive down here is Kalan's Edict. After I've not taken damage in the last 3 seconds, minions gain 15% attack speed. Well, I have at least 7 minions, which I do. This bonus is doubled. I have used Rathma's Vigor at times as well, since it increases my maximum life, and after being healthy, my next blood skill overpowers. I kind of go back and forth on those two. In fact, actually, thinking about it, wouldn't mind going to Rathma's Vigor now since I use Blood Surge as my main skill. Here for my passives, which I don't think I went over in the last video. Death's Embrace, 3 out of 3. Close enemies take 6% more damage, and I deal 9% less damage to me. So that helps since I'm always jumping into the thick of things because I love to be in the thick of things. I love tanky type characters. Of course, I have Grim Harvest, so consuming a corpse generates 6 essence. That gives me my skeletal minions and my corpse explosion as my essence generators. And then Fueled by Death, because I have that item that gives me the extra +2, so I have 5 out of 3. Deal 15% increased damage for 6 seconds after consuming a corpse. So that's really good, obviously, since I'm consuming corpses at all times. Down here, Hewed Flesh, create a corpse at target's location. And then again, I'm not using any primary skills, but I have it here. I have Reap with 1 point, Enhanced Reap, and then Reap forms a corpse under the first enemy hit every 5 seconds. So that is what I'm working on for skills. And then if I go over to my Paragon board here, let's see. We looked at this last time. Last time I got to this edge here, this gate here. So I've added my board. I've filled up some of my intelligence and willpower. I've come over here to this rare node for armor clad that helps out my minions with extra armor and life. I need a lot more dexterity to get the bonus, so that's going to be quite a while before I get there. And then I haven't gotten these 3 nodes yet, but I have 2 around it. I've gone up to my legendary node, Cult Leader, so my minions now deal 15% increased damage for each minion I have active, and since I have all the minions going, that's going to give me 45%. I'm up to here. I want to try to go straight to the glyph socket kind of as fast as I can. So that's where I'm going towards right now, and then once I get to the glyph socket, I might start bumping these up and getting some off nodes here and there that'll give me some stat boosts. And then lastly, going back over my Book of the Dead, I got my skeletal warriors. I have the reapers that give me 15% chance to form a corpse. I have skeletal mages with cold mages that each time they damage enemies with their primary attack, I gain 2 essence, so that helps my essence regen. And lastly, I have my golems that cause vulnerability. So between my golem and my sever, I should be having some pretty consistent uptime on my vulnerability, which helps my overall DPS. So that's a little bit about my build where I'm at now. I've been up to tier 6, I believe. 6 is the highest that I've done for Nightmare Dungeons. So I'm clearing them pretty much with ease. The only deaths I'm having is when the Butcher comes and surprises me. Other than that, I've been clearing tier 6s with ease, so I can probably push my... I definitely can probably clear a 7 once I get a sigil for that. I'm wondering how high I can go. I'm guessing with the ease that I'm having right now, I could probably even get up as high as like 10 or something before I start having difficulties or anything. So right now, again, this is not a fully optimized min-max meta build. This is just kind of a video journal of my progress through my build as I journey through this game for the first time. Having a great time with it. I'm having a great time with my build, and I'm curious to see how far it's going to take me. So thank you guys for checking this out. Until next time, this is Execution 99. Let's go hit the sticks.